Welcome to the Explainer. Let's just jump right in. Day 46. Today I opened YouTube Studio again. The numbers weren't crazy. No viral video, no massive subscriber jump, just slow progress. And honestly, a few months ago, that would have totally disappointed me. But today, I'm looking at it differently. Because today, we are exploring why these boring, frustrating stretches of any ambitious journey are actually the most crucial part of your success. So, what if success is testing you right now? Think about it. Success isn't just about winning or getting those massive dopamine hits. It's about surviving the days when absolutely nothing happens. Anyone can stay motivated when things are going great, right? But the real challenge begins when the excitement just disappears. Okay, let's really dive into this. Because these frustrating days, the ones where you literally just want to tear your hair out, they aren't roadblocks. They are a necessary testing ground. Like I said, it is so easy to keep going when the numbers are flying up, but when they're flat, that is the real test of what you're made of. We have all been there, right? You check your analytics, maybe you check your bank account or your fitness tracker, and you see absolutely nothing exciting, just a flat line. It takes a massive emotional toll. But maybe that is exactly what this kind of challenge is teaching us: patience, discipline, faith. It's the ability to keep moving forward even when there's zero guarantee of a reward. It's basically the ultimate psychological trap. Just look at the massive initial motivation you feel on day 1 versus the stark reality of day 46. It's just this long, monotonous wait. And that's exactly why I uploaded another video today. Not because I felt super motivated, but because I made a promise to myself. 100 days, no excuses, no quitting, literally no matter what happens. Let's be honest, starting is the easy part. It's like one of those Mr. Beast Minecraft challenges. It's thrilling. You've got creators building these insane $25,000 spaceships with massive plasma cannons, or constructing giant working roller coasters and huge octopuses. The stakes are high, it's fast-paced, and, most importantly, it's incredibly fun. When that dopamine is hitting hard, the work feels completely effortless. But what happens when that dopamine suddenly stops? Take creator Ryan Trahan, who spent 100 days in a virtual reality metaverse. On day 1, he's absolutely thrilled, making best friends, dancing in virtual mirrors. It's a blast. But by day 13, the fun starts to fade. By day 36, he's experiencing complete isolation and existential dread. And by day 46, he's quite literally lost, totally alone in a virtual desert, eating real-life McDonald's while strapped into a VR headset. Trahan actually summed this up perfectly. He said, "I'm literally like trapping myself on purpose to this headset." And wow, doesn't that just capture the self-inflicted mental toll of the grind? When that initial excitement totally evaporates, you realize you're basically in a prison of your own making. And you have to rely entirely on your own raw discipline to keep pushing forward. Or look at Mr. Beast's 100-day cube challenge, where two complete strangers, Susie and Bailey, were locked in a stark white room for a chance to win $500,000. By just day 7, the boredom was so absolute that Bailey actually said, "I started whipping pork at the wall just to feel something." I mean, they were resorting to desperate actions, literally ripping up their journals to make playing cards just to fight off that agonizing boredom. That cube is honestly the perfect metaphor for what happens when we lose track of our own progress. Inside that abyss, they face these blinding, stinging white lights. They had to eat the exact same canned chicken every single day. They completely lost track of time, waking up at 2:30 in the morning thinking it was day. Extreme isolation, paranoia, overreacting to tiny sounds. This is the real void of the 100-day test. And you know what? This is exactly where most people quit. Not because they can't succeed, and definitely not because of a lack of ability, but simply because they get tired of waiting. Outlasting that dark void, especially when there's absolutely zero guarantee of a prize at the end, that is the ultimate test. So how do we actually survive it? Well, entrepreneur Mark Tilbury outlines a brilliantly pragmatic, systemized protocol for pushing through the wait and actually building real wealth. He takes all that raw, chaotic emotion out of the daily routine and he replaces it with 3 organized steps: consume, apply, and educate. Step 1 is consume. And Tilbury actually compares this to gathering resources in Minecraft, which is a great analogy. You have to extract key information from credible experts to learn a high-income skill, whether that's video editing, coding, or sales. Surviving the dip requires systemizing your input, so you aren't just flailing around in the dark. You're actively, methodically gathering the tools you need to build your way out. Then comes step 2, Apply. You've got to test these new skills in the real world, and that means fully embracing the freedom to fail. Look, Tilbury reminds us that Mark Zuckerberg didn't create the perfect Facebook on his very first try, and J.K. Rowling, she was rejected 12 times. You must completely embrace failing over and over again during your grind before you'll ever achieve expert status. And finally, step 3 is educate. This is how you transition those hard-earned skills into the ultimate freedom. By scaling your knowledge to teach others, you start building predictable, recurring revenue. You finally stop trading your precious time for money. Basically, this is the light at the very end of that 100-day tunnel. So look at the contrast here. On one side, you have the pure emotional chaos of those 100-day survival challenges. Crying in VR, whipping food at walls, letting the sheer weight literally destroy your mind. But on the other side, you have Tilbury's stoic, organized discipline. Systemizing your approach is really the only way to outlast the boredom without completely losing your sanity.
And this builds directly into Tilbury's impact principle. To stay anchored during those painfully hard days, you need to connect. You inspire your audience, you keep your message clear, provide practical steps, stay authentic to your experience, build connection through conversation, and use timing to maximize relevance. Focusing on providing value to other people is actually a massive cheat code. It totally distracts you from your own frustrating wait.
Which brings us right back to our core premise. Day 46 isn't a victory, but it is undeniable proof that you're still in the game. Day 46 is complete. 54 days left. The journey to $500,000 continues. Because at the end of the day, success is simply keeping your promise to yourself to survive the days when absolutely nothing happens. Remember Susie and Bailey in that 100-day cube? Well, on day 100, after surviving that absolute void, they faced one final, ultimate test: split or steal the $500,000. If they both chose steal, they'd walk away with nothing. But they chose to split. They made it to the very end with both their discipline and their humanity completely intact. And that, right there, is the crucial difference between quitting because of the wait and actually surviving the void. So here we are. The explosive excitement of day 1 is long gone. The massive, life-changing rewards of day 100 aren't here yet. You are just sitting right in the messy middle. So, the ultimate question is, will you survive the days when nothing happens? Think about it. And whatever you do, keep grinding.